is that guy not Conference Defensive Player of the Year?
Long one around and out by George. And look, a lot of people will say, well, you can't give him everything.
That's not true.
Guess what? Give him everything he earned.
Agree.
You know, and he earned that. Chucky Hepburn had a great year, too. Great defensive year, tremendous player. He's an 82% foul shooter.
Yes.
So Georgia Tech by 2, and they turn it over. Saunders out in front, the dribble down and the slam.
For the rebound, keeps it with Virginia. McNeely a deep three. No good. Another offensive rebound. Saunders crushing the Cuse on the glass and finally
they're doing, sticking to their principles, defend and keep running the pick and roll and finding the bigs down low. Dominate the paint in this half.
Alley-oop. Elijah 60% on the night. Starling leaves it short.
Some contact there.
Saunders takes it inside this time. A lot more successful. I don't think he's touched rim on any of his shots. Pure.
Sure, and did they count that as a 2? Oh no, it was a 3 ball.
It was a 3.
Man, I mean, listen, they just need to run plays for him to get shots in the corner at this point. You can't.
Win Saturday against SMU in what will be Leonard Hamilton's final home game. Have Clemson beat Virginia Tech as Saunders finishes it though. Buchanan to Ames, blocked by Thomas, saves it. Saunders lets it fly. His third block tonight. Saunders, it's the 3. Virginia has not led by more than 3 tonight. Davis, too much, tipped, and Buchanan secures. Saunders for the tie. 53-50.
Virginia Tech a few years ago just come out of nowhere and steal a bit.
You have to say it's always possible because NC State did it. I mean, they're a talented team. There's some good teams in the bottom half of the conference that are starting to play good basketball, and we're looking at one of them, and that's Virginia.
Yeah, playing their best basketball at the right time of the year. Dumped down, Saunders goes up and hits it. Midway through this first half, Virginia has controlled the tempo against number 13 Clemson. A 4-point lead for the Cavaliers. Alley-oop!
That's got to be. Right? You kidding me? It doesn't get any better than that.
Hunter can't bury the corner 3. Let's see if Virginia can punch back out of the timeout. Saunders lines up a 3. Got it!
Percentages, everything is on the line. Must take care of business now.
Virginia wins the tip in the road blue. Wake Forest in the home gold.
Did you catch that? I said we. I was going
to give you a hard time. I'm going to give you one mulligan. You're mentioning mulligans. I'll give you one off the top. You know, we're coming up on the 30-year anniversary of that special week of the ACC tournament.
So both teams have struggled to rebound in the basketball. Be interesting who can shore that up throughout the game.
Wake Forest certainly looking to get off to a better start than they did Saturday. Fell down 11-0 in that game. Virginia wants to get back to winning ways after back-to-back losses. Elijah Saunders.
They're not offering enough resistance. You cannot trade baskets. Because tonight, this UVA team is making shots.
Isaac McNeely leading the Cavaliers with 13. Day Ames, he was brilliant in the first half. Going to work again. Finds Saunders, open 3. Got it!
Point line. Davis around the back end, picked off by McNeely.
Great effort by McNeely getting back in and really baiting R.J. Davis into that turnover.
Saunders got it. Got a good clean look at a 3-point.
Older brother played with Tony Bennett.
And Concaniple's uncles formed a playing group, not music, but basketball, the Flying Caniples, a popular 3-on-3 tournament team. As Saunders launching and...
It's okay.
Rex-Steiner whistled for an illegal screen. Boy, you hit Rex-Steiner, you are going to feel it. That dude is put together at 6'1", 195. course, his dad, if you're a big WWE fan for 3 decades, was Scott Steiner. And another.
You know, he's a very high lottery pick. But, hey, maybe he's looking to look at the teams that are going to be in the lottery and say, I may want to stick around another year here. You know what? I think a lot may depend on what they do in the NCAA tournament.
Wide open 3, and that was Ames who set that up for Saunders.
To go. Here's Buchanan. Saunders inside against Burton. Can't finish. Can't follow. Good. First bucket. Saunders for Kofi. Oh, dumped on the 3. Tried to drive for the 2. Saunders will follow the miss. Brian Custer and Richard Hendricks standing by tonight in Fayetteville for the Sooners and the Hogs as Saunders scores for the Cavaliers. Second back on the floor here for the first time. Olako tried to skip it to the corner for Davis, turned over by the Irish. And here is Rhodey. They quickly move it for Saunders. A 3-ball and good. Elijah Saunders.
Kick to the corner. Shot clock down to 3. That's no good from Dion Brown.
Well, Brown was a big scorer at UMBC last year, but he hasn't been able to put up those kind of numbers at Boston College.
And certainly not in ACC play where the Eagles have struggled, just 1-6, and they're lacking that consistent scoring threat, something that Virginia can empathize with. Here's Elijah Saunders. And that rims in. Does that here, working against the freshman, and the floater does not fall. Rhodey finds Saunders. And this is Virginia. He faces it this time in attack mode. Layup doesn't go, follows his own miss, kicks it out. Saunders a 3. He hits it.
Now, Boston College really didn't get anything on the offensive boards, and that's a place where a lot of teams have feasted against the Cavaliers.
Saunders got it again.
To 50 in Charlottesville. See the little resume for Pat Kelsey. Back-to-back trips to the tournament at the College of Charleston. Great success at Winthrop 2. Ames wraps it around for McNeely. Saunders gets a good look for 3, and he's a good shooter. Is open.
Well, obviously you can't leave him, but even on a loose ball, offensive rebound, you cannot leave Rain Smith at any point in a half court.
Ames probing. Blake Buchanan on the floor had one of the best games of his career Wednesday for UVA, 11 and 15. Saunders back-to-back deep. Did you believe it?
No.
Smith for 3. That's short. Saw a missed dunk by Saunders at the other end. 13-8 the Louisville lead. 5.5 minutes gone by. Virginia's got the freshman guard Ishan Sharma on the floor. Into Saunders again. This time he will finish. Let us know this is consistently the highest rated TV market in the country during NCAA tournament time. They just cannot get enough of their basketball in Louisville, in the state of Kentucky, obviously with UK and Lexington. And both these programs, Louisville and Kentucky, are playing some of the best basketball they've played in years. But this game, 3-point play for Hadley. He's got 8. All 5 Louisville starters have at least 8. A balanced scoring, you mentioned off the top, bearing fruit. Saunders drives and finishes, and another.
It's a small lineup out there for Louisville. Tough to find a matchup for Anthony Robinson.
Saunders posting Traore at 6'5", and Saunders uses
7-0 run by Virginia. It's an 8-0 run right now for the Mustangs.
This is Virginia now going into kind of their mover blocker, which is one side screening a flare, the other side down screening.
Interrupted run here. We're still inside the 8-minute media timeout window, so you can see how long we've been going here without a stoppage for these two teams.
Both of them are breathing heavy and a little gassed, that's for certain. So much to be successful in basketball. It's about cardio conditioning. All about cardio. Got to be in great shape.
Saunders, 4-3. Foul on Edwards, that's his second, so junior from Knoxville goes to the bench. Buchanan looks for the lob.
the sophomore,
which was on the road at Cal. They gave up the most free throw attempts they've given up, and they fouled the most they fouled. They have trouble guarding the ball. The emphasis for Ron Sanchez is guarding the ball, keeping the ball in front, keeping Stanford out of the paint.
Yeah, they are top 15 in the country in fewest fouls per game, and that's
right on that penetration. I just had spent some time talking about that weak side with feet in the paint, helping out on the weak side in Virginia's defense. About first thing out of his mouth to me is, did our women win today? Debbie Ryan had a really big game that day at Virginia, the head coach at UVA. I said, no, they actually didn't win. He said, oh, and then he did the interview. And I was like, that's all you need to know about Tony Bennett. What a
needs to make, Jared. He was a guy that was a little bit down the list as far as the scouting report goes. Last year when he played for you, and was somewhat of an unknown coming into this year in terms of production, as Elijah Saunders.
Turn the basketball over, you got to get back in it as a group.
Second turnover committed by Louisville. Day-Day Ames is checked in. He's been in the starting lineup for most of the season, coming off the bench today. Here's Ames, the transfer from Kansas State. Ishan Sharma also in, a freshman out of Ontario. On the baseline, it's Saunders. Stay. They have to lob it inside to Scott. The quick touch pass. Hadley just ahead of the shot clock. Got a good look.
That was terrific scout team defense off the baseline out of bounds. They knew Rain Smith was trying to go to that opposite corner. Virginia all over it.
Pitch and catch here. McNeely hit his last one, trying to get free again along the baseline to a cutting Saunders. Nice floater from the paint. And that's count. So Louisville's lead is 4.
And I referenced this earlier with Tane Murray and Virginia's offense. You have to take the first best shot available, because Andrew Rohde, typically an off guard before he came here, very smart player, but they don't have this break you down off the bounce guy that they've had in recent years to create some open looks. You get a shot available, you need to take it.
Saunders trying to create here, takes a peek at the shot clock, little fall away from the paint. Edwards getting free, passes on the open look, rolling to the basket. His pass is knocked away by McNeely. Here comes Murray, running the floor. Saunders up and in.
If I just get the spots, Chucky Hepburn's so good, he's going to put it on the money. He relocates from the 45 to the corner, gets there in a hurry, catches it in rhythm. Forget about it.
Rain Smith has a dozen. This is the largest lead of the game. Saunders again. This has been an entertaining matchup in the second half. Saunders, Traore. Tough shot by Elijah Saunders against Hepburn. Backing his way in. Hepburn, tough fall away from the foul line. The rebound bounces to Murray.
It might be the first tough look they've taken over the past 2.5, 3 minutes. Ball just kind of stuck. It looks like Hepburn a little bit fatigued right now.
We'll have a timeout at the next whistle. Saunders gets free along the baseline. No hesitation. That's a really good shot.
At 6'10", and the guy can pass the ball, too. The swing into the corner, and the jumper won't fall by Styles. On the run, Saunders, yes.
But you see the pace.
4 at Charlotte, so nothing new there. He's been on Tony's staff for 10 years before taking over on an interim basis.
And a great person as we see Saunders with the turn.
Chair, a throw.
Far from it, my friend.
Sharma off the fake, can't stick it. Battle for the rebound. Oh, it can't free. Saunders will lay it in. Great turnovers for Virginia.
That was one of the things that Ron Sanchez talked to us about. As you see the first turnover of the game for O'Connell, who hands it away. 4-0 assist to turnover ratio. So 4-1 assist to turnover ratio. So he's one of the best in the ACC. Don't see him give it up often.
NC State turning it over quickly on the other end. Again, just 10 a game for them. Saunders with a nice drive using that shoulder.
But that's Marcus Hill's game, the largest lead of the game for the Wolfpack, as they go up 14 right here. But his game is getting into the painted area, attacking off the bounce.
He's their top scorer coming to NC State from Bowling Green, where he averaged 21 a game last year. That led the MAC in scoring. Downstairs, Saunders, couple of fakes, and one. And he'll be off to the line when it mattered the most.
And how about this, Obi? NC State had this 4 major programs men's, women's basketball, football, and baseball. The baseball team went to the College World Series. All 4 of their 4 major programs finished in the AP top 25 on the season.
How about that?
So a strong year for my guy, Boo Corrigan, and the NC State Athletic Department.
I would say that's an understatement.
Of course, Boo Corrigan from Charlottesville. Mom still here, 94 years old.
Brody down for Saunders and a bucket. Basket, the 6'10 senior, knocks it down.
And that's really where NC State's bread is buttered, in the painted area. So you look to see a lot more of that down the stretch. Huntley Hatfield back on the floor as we see the Wolfpack now going a zone defensively. More of a 3-2 look, trying to keep Virginia shooters off the line.
Saunders on top.
The zone, get the ball in the middle of the zone. So whoever can get that ball in the middle, it opens up the whole floor. Or you can just do that.
Shoot over the top. McNeely, though, missed it. Blake Buchanan with a nice offensive rebound. Get him a fresh 20 on the shot clock with under 8 remaining in the first half. Buchanan sets the screen. Good hedge by Iturbe. Murray in a tough spot. 5 on the timer. McNeely driving into the lane. Elijah Saunders rises up.
Virginia's going to have to get off that ball early on that ball screen if they're going to hedge that hard and then just create closeouts, actually, that would be tough for the American League.
Saunders takes the contact.
Bunches.
Yeah, he is their second leading scorer on the year, averaging 12.5 points per game. Playing a bigger role today for the Eagles, who are still without their point guard Elijah Stevens. Sidelined still with a concussion. But head coach Dwayne Simpkins told us before the game he's making progress, and it sounds like he'll be back before too long for American. Tane Murray has really put an imprint on this game in the corner.
Yep, get the ball to the middle.
Buchanan again with a shot clock.
Great pass.
They count the basket.
At the same time to put Rogers at the 4. With a bigger lineup with Virginia they have in there. Because I think you would like Rogers to be matched up with Saunders.
Saunders able to get where he wants in the paint. And the guys will head their separate ways to go home for a few days for the holidays. Saunders on the alley-oop. Flag and number 5 Duke host Virginia Tech at Cameron Indoor. We wish everyone a happy new year.
One more. Great slip.
Shoot it.
Against the double team. Nice ball movement. And Saunders goes inside for 2. The way Smalls has been shooting it, I thought he was going to take that 3.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You definitely have to take that shot. I mean, Rogers did all the work. Now you got to help him out and knock down that 3.
Kofi from the head of the key trying to find Saunders. Nice gather. Boy, he takes up a lot of space inside.
Dying moments of the shot clock. McNeely wraps it through to Saunders. Drew has the back iron. Saunders goes back in 3. Last Saturday, where Memphis had to come back from down 5 with a minute to go.
Memphis jumped out 10-0 on Clemson. And Clemson got back into that game because those turnovers started to become problematic. Much like we've seen early here.
Got 3 in the first 5 possessions. Saunders in the corner.
Decision. He didn't feel like he could press the issue one-on-one, but I mean, you're in the open floor. You would have loved to come away with at least some foul shots there.
Loading back for Saunders. Good luck.
And has taken over this game.
Season highs 29 for Haggerty. The year at TCU, redshirted, played a few games, and Tulsa last year, prolific scorer. Saunders from Ames. That's a big one.
There, he missed that. It was point blank for Rozan on the offensive rebound. He just didn't finish it.
Well, so far this game has the feel of a 3rd grader playing a recorder for the first time. 8 field goals, 9 turnovers.
Scoring, and he's been the one guy that's been able to do that, as we discussed at halftime.
Here's the lob. Buchanan, good position down low by Ward.
And if you notice, again, Reggie Theat, that's his thing, is trying to attack the matchups. And they saw the matchup inside there in the overload with Rozan. Get it inside there. That's what he's known for with his NBA background.
With 11 new players on this team, Reggie Theus telling us simplify has been one of the themes in this early part of the year. Kofi out to Saunders. Knocks down a three and the shot clock.
Look for them to throw it right over to Buchanan.
Brody the lob. Saunders the slam. Basket. So Brayon Freeman comes in, scores a couple of quick ones, and it's now a two-possession game.
The one thing you can't do when you have the lead, they let somebody hang back in, is turn the ball over. And that's those things, because of a guy like Freeman who can score in bunches, you've got to be real careful.
Sharma tiptoes the end line. McNeely made contact with Thomas. Saunders. Cyclones inside for the two.
Matter of ACC play.
Saunders now a rebound shy of a double-double. Yeah, it's a Virginia team 1-4 on the season against power conference teams, and the 4 losses have all been by double digits. Great position. Saunders powers home for
Blake Buchanan, 18 points last year. He's already got an early 4 and a great start, Chris, for UVA.
He has. You know, they don't have a point guard, so they've had to do it by committee. Andrew Rohde bringing the ball up there. They've had their big guys get involved with a little bit of the facilitating. One thing you saw in the clip there was Reese Beekman.
Good play. Excellent free throw shooter, Thomas Houck, 6'9", out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. And here come the Gators. They've hit their last 4 shots. Saunders driving it on Aberdeen, and Elijah Saunders to back threes, back to 9 for Florida. Here's Saunders. McNeely's got the switch with Alexis. Down to Kofi, out to Saunders. His 3 is good. Andrew Rohde only 2 points, 3 assists in that first half. Virginia with 7 assists to 9 turnovers. Not what we're used to seeing in the Cavaliers and all those great Tony Bennett seasons. There's a 3 for Kofi, spinning around, and the follows there from Elijah.
This is an America that celebrates that, and they do it with full knowledge of that was a great possession.
Expect single digits on the shot clock if things are going well for the home team. Rohde, nice no luck, and Saunders will not call this rim off. He's an Empire State product, sophomore, who works his way into some playing time in this first half. Another freshman in for Virginia, and Sean Farmer. Chicago, Illinois native. Talked about that starting group and the trio, and he's not in it, but he has started every game since that first one at the point guard position for Virginia after coming over from K-State. McNeely, Saunders, he does elevate, and is elsewhere in the ACC, as you're aware. He made quite a high school career out of his time there in Massachusetts. You know, played his prep basketball a mile and a half from campus where Holy Cross is located. Yeah. So you can't get any closer than that to the team in the other colors on this day.
Very highly recruited, really talented.
In the opening half.
Now those turnovers really plagued Virginia down in the Bahamas, and they've done a much better job with the turnovers tonight. But boy, that was 2 points easy for Manhattan.
Saunders, that's easy. 2% of their possessions. That's amongst the worst turnover rates in the country. You cannot do that when you play fewer possessions. But now it's Manhattan with a couple of their season title and the #1 seed in the nation on the line. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. Saunders to the left hand. Roxborough's 3. Rebounded by Kofi.
Now, if you're Manhattan, that's a shot that you'll take. A wide open 3 in transition. If you're going to come back in the game, though, obviously you got to knock those down.
Yeah, from a pretty good 3-point shooter. Ames looking for help. Kofi against Sidnor, a couple of talented freshmen. Ames finds a cutting Saunders. Nicely done.
Get some steals to lead to easy baskets the other way. Virginia just cannot allow that to happen. They've got to take better care of the basketball and get a good shot every time down the floor. They're not that explosive on the offensive end.
Well, Saunders, NCAA tournament experience to this Virginia lineup.
There you go, shoot it. Oh, had an opportunity.
McNeely picked up by Lewis. It's Saunders from the outside. Back-to-back threes. And then Lewis has another takeaway for St. John's. And Virginia takes it right back. The entry pass knocked away, intended for Ejiofor. Just the 6th St. John's giveaway. They had 18 turnovers here against Baylor last night. Buchanan, high lob, low post. Saunders juggles, gets positioning, and scores off the window.
Yeah, he's from outside and also can handle the ball well enough to drive by players. Didn't get that layup to go, but it was a real good-looking drive.
6 points, 5 boards for Zuby Ejiofor. Saunders, nice move along the base.
This morning and even yesterday at practice, talking to his teammates all the time, almost like an assistant coach, kind of leading the way, talking about what we need to do on defense out there. And when you can get a coach, or excuse me, a player to act like a coach and talk to his team.
All of them at shoot around today, a big team, a tall team, but they've struggled this season with rebounding, particularly on the defensive side. So obviously that's going to be an X factor here in the game. The great offensive rebounding of Villanova versus the challenges that UVA has had this season.
Ames kicks it to Saunders. Well, the three-pointers are full. Just that, you would imagine. That does put Eric Dixon back on the floor. That was a quick breather for Dixon. So we go under 5 minutes of this first half. Villanova trying to withstand a three-point barrage by Virginia. Saunders spins off Perkins, and Saunders lays it in.
Adjustment and role might look like for you.
All right, Coppin State, you notice them here on defense. We might see a lot of matchup zone tonight from Coach Stewart's team. Here's Saunders in the corner, cashing in. Flag, Hahn Knippel, and the number 6 Blue Devils, they take on Wofford. McNeely, who only got 6 shots on opening night. They're hoping that he might be a little bit more aggressive this evening. Shot clock is down to 4 here. Saunders now in the interior scoring. So far, Coppin State has decreased its turnover total in each of their first few games. McNeely on the miss. Saunders, ooh, that's pretty. 40-13, UVA over Coppin State. Cavaliers all-time against the current MEAC, 22-0. Elijah Saunders. Harrison in transition, spinning, handing off, and there's the big palm of Kofi. Sharma lobbing it ahead, catch from Saunders, and off the glass he scores.
Vandy, TCU, Idaho. Where'd he go to high school?
Sierra Canyon.
There you go. We've heard of that, right?
We sure have. Teammates with Bronny and Zaire Wade, Scottie Pippen Jr., Kenyon Martin Jr., and then he decided to go on a team tour for college.
Yeah. He's probably met all those coaches and many more.
Late shot clock situation again for the Hoos. Saunders showing the might. Starters back out there for both squads. Corner 3, Dorsey off the mark. And off the deflection, here is Isaac McNeely, who had 5 points in the first half. Cavaliers led by Jacob Kofi, the freshman, with 10.
And Virginia really shared the ball handling duties, but Rhodey did a good job. 4 assists in 16 minutes, took care of the basketball.
Elijah Saunders, nicely done on the tier.
Kick it out. Vanderheiden doing what he was brought there to do. Offense flowing through him.
You thought I'd bring out Artis Gilmore when I said Old Bulls? His 9th ever game of college.
And there goes Sinani, and he's a guy that you don't want to let him get going.
Now Camels are using some extra pressure. Oh, Saunders just
against power.
And we have ourselves a 6-point game down the stretch. Buckle up.
That was a great individual move.
Saunders waiting. Dugan defending. Saunders going up and scoring.